Hello everyone, and welcome to Your Haunted Neighborhood. I'm your host, Jody War. On today's episode, we have a story from Michelle Love, 1979. This story is titled A Haunting by a Man Who Tormented My Kids. Hi. When my kids were 4 and 9, we moved into a house that was haunted. I could feel the negative energy everywhere in that house, but mostly in my kids' room. Once, right at 4 a.m., my 9-year-old son shook me awake and was just standing there crying and shaking. It took him about 10 minutes to tell me what was wrong. When he finally told me what was wrong, what he told me scared me to death. He said that while he was sleeping, he woke up because he felt his comforter at his feet being pulled up and down. And when he looked, the comforter ripped off of him and flew across the room. I had him get into bed with me for the night, but after that night, this ghost tormented and scared my kids every day and night. My kids were able to see, hear, and feel him. It turns out that it was an old man. He literally pushed my 4-year-old off of the top bunk of the bed. These occurrences happened every day. It was terrifying because there was nothing I could do to protect them. Every day when they went to school and I was home alone, I would close their bedroom door and put on music so I wouldn't hear noises, as this ghost liked to walk around and move things. One day, while the kids were at school, with their bedroom door closed and the music on, I went outside for 2 minutes. And when I came back in, the music was shut off and their bedroom door was open. No one had been in there besides me. One day, my son, who was 4, was in the shower, and he started screaming. So of course, I ran in there, and he was crouched down, crying, and staring up at something. One night, he was crying in bed before everything had really started. And when I went in and asked him what was wrong, he said he didn't want to share his bed with anyone. I told him there was no one else in his bed, and he pointed and said, "There's a man right there." One day, my other son, who was 9, and I were the only ones home, and I saw the curtains being pulled back and forth in my kid's bedroom. So I went in to tell my son to stop playing with the curtains, but he was sitting across the room watching TV. One night, I went grocery shopping, and when I got back, no one was home, as my ex-husband had taken the kids out. Well, I pulled right up front of my house, and a really bright light was flashing inside the living room. I just thought someone left the TV on. When I opened the door, the light stopped, and it was pitch black dark in there. Nothing was on. My kids went to the bathroom with the bathroom door open for years, even after moving, because this old man would flush the toilet all the time while they were using it. We had the TAPS team come out and do an investigation and to try and get some advice of how to get this old man to leave. They did catch some EVPs of him talking back to them. He even said, "I'm dead." I didn't know that spirits knew they were dead until that EVP. They unfortunately couldn't catch anything on video because both of their video cameras went dead and the batteries from them immediately drained, even though they charged both cameras fully before coming. I told the old man he's dead and to leave, and I saged 3 times with no luck. No matter how much I prayed or who I called out to, I couldn't get him to leave. I never was able to get this man to leave. We had to move to get away from this man. But we did move, and luckily, he didn't follow us. It was the scariest thing I've ever been through. So this story was a few experiences of different days put together. And it's just so many different things happening. And I can't even imagine what the kids must have felt. It just makes you think. I mean, I feel like I'm kind of a heavy sleeper. I wonder if things happen to me when I'm asleep and I don't even realize it. Like the sheets getting pulled off of me. I don't even want to think about it. But it's so many different things that you just write off as, oh, that's just no big deal. It's just very eerie to think of all the different moments that have happened to this person and their kids. It's just very creepy that so many events have happened over the course of their life. Luckily, they were able to move and nothing followed them, because a lot of the time when you sage things, call out their names, things tend to get worse. From other stories I've heard. And also when people do move, it's usually that they're haunted or something that belongs to them is haunted. It's a good thing that they were able to move and nothing followed them. Yeah, it's interesting that they were also able to get something caught on tape, like the voice saying, "I'm dead." It's good that nothing else really major. I mean, one of the kids got physically pushed. That's pretty dangerous, but nothing really violent happened to them. So that's really good for them. But still, that they mentioned that was the scariest thing they have been through, and rightfully so. I'm sure you never really get over what I would say is some really traumatic events like those. Well, that's the end of our episode. Thanks so much for listening, and I hope you come back for our next episode. See you around the neighborhood.